Okay, so now I'm going to trim this curtain wall to sort of match that wall in the back, and you can always adjust it later. So I'm going to go to my east elevation, and you're going to see the curtain wall here and the wall behind it, right? And they're about the same height, which is good. But then I want to come in and I want to pick the edge of this curtain wall and edit the profile. And that's going to show me that magenta line. And I want it to go the same way as pretty much the wall behind it. So I'm going to use this pick line command. And it should see the wall behind it when I hover over it, right? So I can pick that line, and pick that line. And then I can trim out. So I'm going to use the trim command up here in modify. And I pick what I want to keep, pick what I want to keep, pick what I want to keep, and pick what I want to keep. And then if I hit the big green check, it says that some panels are slightly malformed because of the way that it's been cut. It's most likely ignorable, so we're going to ignore it. And now if I go to shaded, you'll see that that's a little funky. Now what I want to do now is I want to move some of the panels, the mullions, to adjust for this area. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to the modify. I'm going to hover over one of the curtain wall horizontals that I want to change. And I'm going to tap my tab key until the curtain wall grid appears. And I'm going to left click on that. And I'm going to unpin it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my move command. And I'm going to pick the edge of the mullion and move it down. Now it looks like our floors and walls are a little different, and we can adjust those later, right? And so we'll move that one, and I'll do the same thing to the vertical one. So I'm going to tap my tab key until I get the curtain wall grid, because the mullions follow the grid. So I've picked the grid to move, unpinned the grid, and I'm just using the mullion as a snap point, right? So we can move that over there. And then I'll do the same thing for this one. And you can come in later and move these around again if they're not quite exact. So again, picking the grid line and using the mullion as a reference point to move, right? And then this one is a little funky. Maybe we want to move it. I don't know. I'm being a little gratuitous here. I'm not following the rules, but I'm making myself happy. So, right. So that may not be completely right, but that's what we've got for now. I'll show you one more thing that you could possibly do if you wanted to. If I come through and tab select each one of these mullions, I can unpin them, right? And then I can do an annotation, and this isn't going to be perfect, but it'll be close, aligned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull that out to the left and equal those out, right? So now all those are equal. And then I can delete that. And it's going to remain the EQ constraints, or I can unconstrain them. All right, so that's just kind of a little quick thing. All right, so let's stop that.